channel. I wanted to bring up a bill that I just saw that was filed. Actually, it was filed last month, but I'm just now finding it. And it's a very bad bill, especially if you believe in police accountability. We've got a senator, and this is likely being pushed by TCOLE or CLEAT. TCOLE being the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, CLEAT being the Commission on, who even knows what the hell CLEAT stands for anymore? I don't really care. It's just another one of those police union commission type places that protects bad cops. But there's a bill that's been filed. I want to bring this up here. It's SB 781, Senate Bill 781. It's been filed by Phil King, Senator Phil King, and it relates to certain files maintained by a law enforcement agency regarding, it says certain employees, but this is talking about law enforcement officers, okay? A department file means a file maintained by a law enforcement agency for each license holder, that is a police license holder. So, you know, your basic license, your advanced license, all those kinds of things. But when it says each license holder, what this is talking about, because it does fall under the occupations code section that deals with law enforcement, it's talking about licensed peace officers. Okay. Licensed peace officers. So that's what this word department file means. It's a file maintained by a law enforcement agency for each cop. We're just going to change the word license holder here to cop, employed by the agency for the agency's use. And then Section B says that the head of law enforcement agency or the head's designee shall maintain a department file on each cop employed by the agency. The department file must contain any letter, memorandum, or document relating to the cop not included in a personnel file maintained under a policy adopted under Section 4535. So this is essentially this is the 4535 is their, and I'll show it to you in a second, their disciplinary file, essentially, including any letter, memorandum, or document relating to alleged misconduct by the cop for which the agency determines there is insufficient evidence to sustain the charge of misconduct. So this is, of course, we investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing, right? And they want to be able to hide the fact that the agency has dealt with complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint on officers such as Kruger, and they want to be able to hide these. So as provided in Section 541, if an agency hiring a cop is entitled to view the contents of the license holders of the cop's department file. So in other words, if one cop is going to from one agency to another, because you know how they like to shove off these police officers. We know when a bad cop gets caught in one department, so he's allowed to, you know, retire or leave, and then he ends up going somewhere else. And it allows those agencies to view this file. However, if you keep going, it says these contents shall the police department shall provide the cop's department file to the Commission on Law Enforcement. This is the TCOLE, in accordance with you've got these sections, or request by the Commission as part of an ongoing investigation related to the cop. But here's the kicker right here. This is the kicker right here. A law enforcement agency may not release any information contained in the cop's department file to any other agency or person requesting information related to the cop. The agency shall refer to the person, or shall refer the person or agency requesting the information to the agency head or the head's designee. In other words, sorry, man, you're going to have to talk to the chief about this. The department file maintained under this section is confidential and not subject to disclosure under the Open Records Act. That's what Chapter 552 of the Government Code is the Open Records Act. So what this is saying is not only are the personnel files and the disciplinary files of cops shielded when they are substantiated, now they're shielded if this bill passes, if the police officer is cleared. You know, the department investigates itself and found that they did nothing wrong. And you've got these kinds of issues where you've got cops like Kruger up there in Fort Worth, who Phil King's a senator up in, I think he's up, I don't know where he's out of, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. Just look up Senator Phil King. where, you know, someone will file a complaint in the department's like, we don't see anything wrong. And then another complaint, we don't see anything wrong. Another complaint, we don't see anything wrong, but we're going to tell this cop, look, man, you got to take a hike. You're causing us too much trouble. And so the cop leaves, and then he goes to another department, and then he starts doing it again and again and again. And here's the problem. When you file a complaint, and let's say I've got issues with the police officer, and I want to find out what their personnel file looks like, or the media wants to find out what this guy's personnel file looks like, how many complaints have been filed against this guy, how many were substantiated, how many were unsubstantiated, then nobody knows. And quite frankly, the disciplinary records of government officials, especially police officers who have the authority and the shield of qualified immunity to kill you, to murder you, to beat you, to assault you, to kill your dog, to break into your home, to destroy your property, to plant evidence. I mean, you name it. Phil King doesn't want you to be able to hold those cops accountable. Okay. The only people that would be able to see these records are the fellow law enforcement agencies who are already protecting these guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to, this is a really short video. I need you to contact your representatives, contact your state senator, tell them, do not sign on to SB 781. Right now, there's only one author. It's King. There are no sponsors or co-authors right now. It's just King, as you can see here. I'm sorry, it was filed on the 14th. So about 11 days ago. So it wasn't December. For some reason, I thought it was last month. But this was filed about 11 days ago. That's why I didn't find it. There are no sponsors. There are no other co-authors right now. This just needs to die right now. Again, it's only been filed. It's only been received and filed. It hasn't been assigned anything, but contact your state senator. Find out who, if you don't know, look, if you're an activist and you don't know who your state representative and your state senator are, you have no business being an activist. Because these bills that are filed directly affect you. Okay. And if you don't understand the political, I don't care if you're an anarchist and you don't believe in government and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. They're going to pass these laws whether you're an anarchist or not. And so you need to understand who these representatives are and make sure that they understand in a professional way. Make sure they understand, look, here's why this is a bad idea. Okay. It's a bad idea because you get officers like Kruger up there in Fort Worth who get skipped around from police department to police department for excessive force. And it's not until they knock an old lady out and slam her on the ground and fracture her eye socket that people start paying attention. Okay. So contact your state senator, oppose SB 781. Now I've got this in my bill alert list here. So I'll know once it gets filed to a committee. Once it gets filed to a committee, I'll let you guys know. That way we can contact the committee members and say, do not bring this up for a hearing. This is a bad bill. This does not help anything. Okay. Bad cops need to be exposed, period. Bad cops need to be exposed. And the people also deserve to know how many complaints are being registered against a cop by different people. And the department just keeps pushing it off and saying, oh, it's unsubstantiated, right? We need to know that kind of stuff. So oppose SB 781. If you've got a TLO account, which is Texas Legislature Online, like I do, you know, you can create these lists. I've got several bill lists here. Bad bills, bills I oppose, bills I support, marijuana bills. I got little descriptions, bills regulating a plant. In my role as the Texas gun rights attorney, what are we neutral on? What do we oppose? What do we support? And you can run all of these, like if I want to look at, okay, what bills have been filed so far that we need to fight against. And here's my list. Here's my list of gun bills that we need to fight against. Look how long this thing is. Look how long, and there's probably a couple more. This list is about a week old, and they've still been filing stuff. So this is the list of bills I'm tracking that we need to fight against because they're bad gun bills. It's gun control crap. Now let me show you also the bill list of gun bills that help expand Liberty, look how long this is. Not very long, is it? Not very long at all. Probably about a third of the size of the anti-gun type bills. But get yourself a MyTLO account. You can go to legis.texas or legis.state.tx.us, or you can just type into like Google or something. You can type in Texas Legislature Online, create yourself a profile. Let me bring us back up. Create yourself a profile. You go to MyTLO, you go to the current, we're in the 89th regular session, and let's just say you want to track SB 781, right? So you type in SB 781, hit go, and it brings it up. You can add it to your bill list. You can add it to your alert list. All right, guys, you guys take care. Be safe. Be free. Quick video. I'm out.